Okay, so I have learned how to play Krasue a lot better, and she is stupid. The main issue I was having is that I was treating her too much like a like Chag almost. I was playing her like a killer who was a little bit faster than average after infecting people and then looping kind of normally. No, 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 no. That's not what she is. She is a dash slop killer. Like her headlong flight is something that I was not utilizing at all in Chase. You use that frequently in Chase. And well, like part of it is that I've gotten more used to, how her tentacle whip curve works. It's a lot less than, in my opinion, than like the headlong rush that's almost instantly goes into her whip. It's the cooldown is way too low. It's kind of ridiculous. So I just was not playing her as the type of killer she was. Now, having said that, I think against solo queue she is like S tier. Like there's pretty much nothing you can do, no counterplay really. Against a Swift, I think she's like maybe low A tier. Like not even like mid to high A tier, like low A tier. And the reason for that is because body blocking against her head form is so good. Because if a survivor who's uninfected, who's unleashed, walks in front of you in head form, you have to swap out of head form, which takes like 3 to 5 seconds, and by that time they'll usually get to a window or a pallet, and then you have to infect them, and then you have to swap back. So it's like 15 seconds, and at that point, you can start playing the game again, except then the two survivors can split up. One of them can pick up a mushroom, and then a third survivor who's also unleashed can weave back in and then body block for whoever you're committing to. So it takes like 12 seconds where two survivors are on gens, and that's not even an injury. That's just to like start your chase again, and then they can swap back in. The survivor who you were chasing, one of the two survivors goes back, eats a mushroom, and then is immediately back on gens because you don't have to like take a lot of time to eat mushrooms. It's not like, it's not like an injury where you have to heal it, or with another survivor. Like, no, you just take a couple seconds, heal. So body blocking, I think, is so strong against her that against a Swift she's only like good, not amazing, which is pretty interesting because I feel like there's only like one or two characters like that where body blocking is so strong that like multiple tiers go down fundamentally just because of it. And the thing is, it can't just be like a Swift, it has to be like a coordinated Swift, because in order to be efficient enough to actually do that rotation, it requires some skill. But the thing is, I've already come against 2 different Swifts, like just yesterday, 2 different Swifts in one day, who were being that efficient, who were doing that swap in body block, eat a mushroom on a gen, swap in body block, and so on and so forth. And this is 4 Cheryls in the same cosmetic, so maybe we'll have a third right here immediately at the start of stream. But it felt like there was so little I could do to injure them faster than they did gens, or to kill them faster. It just took too long. So I think, well, she's stupid and needs adjustments because solo queue exists. She's gonna probably feel really bad after they make those adjustments versus Swift. Once they make all of the appropriate nerfs so she's only like A tier versus solo queue, she's gonna be like B or C tier versus Swift, and it's gonna feel really bad. Or at least that's what I'm expecting. Because right now she already feels like clunky and kind of annoying when dealing with Swift. So I'm a little bit worried about those adjustments. Also, I've been trying to use Ruin, but fuck me, I hate Ruin. I hate Ruin so much. I'm really sad that they nerfed DMS, because it was enough that I really can't use my favorite build anymore. Okay, 2 people here. Okay, no reason to... Okay, never mind, I have to M1 her. Something you should always do is infect and then M1, because the cooldown is so little it doesn't really matter. How in the world did that not infect her? It just like went straight through her. That's crazy. Wait, I have an idea? I wanted to shoot it through that tiny little gap there. Infections usually are easy, but there we go. Okay, now I can play the game. I have Disso because her one weakness, kind of, is pallets. But with Disso, it's not nearly that bad. Yeah, so coordinated Swift. Nothing I can do there, really. It's for the people buckle up, essentially. Old buckle up, but... they have 10 seconds of endurance, because Wiglif and MFT. And the other person was uninfected, so I literally could not have injured them. So right there, you kind of immediately see it. The issue with body blocking right there immediately. So having quite a bit of trouble this match. Usually it's not so difficult to get the infections. Alright, there's one. There goes Undying. It's stupid how good she is at... yeah, with Dissolution, you just kind of walk through pallets. There's not much they can do. They're gonna see this totem and cleanse it, which is very unfortunate for me. I don't really have info, but that's not that big of a deal. Wait. No, that has nothing. I thought it had something on it. It's not too big of a deal with how fast she is. Okay, here's the Leech Survivor. If I can injure them... I have gotten a bunch of injuries over pallets, but it has been super inconsistent. So, yeah, there goes the totem. Ruin Undying, classic. I got, like, almost no value out of it. Siptic, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Throw on the pain res. I don't know if there's another gen about to pop, and I don't know if I'll have another opportunity to pain res her, because she's on Death Hook now. I'm sure these people have, like, off-the-record shoulder the burden, yada yada yada. Because they're tryharding. They're tryharding Swifting, and I'm just fortunate, and I'm playing an S-tier killer, so, like, it's only fair, I guess. Well, actually an S-tier killer against non-Swifts. A-tier killer. I kind of wasted... Yep, I called it. You can just feel it, you know? Hey, wait, that's what I do with friggin' Shoulder the Burden. Oh, am I crazy? I could have sworn that she was actually infected. Okay, there we go. There's still another syringe or styptic or whatever in this person's medkit. I'm just gonna pain res her to be safe. Yeah. This is so much more possible now that Off the Record isn't insane. In the past, this would have been like a completely impossible game to win. What, do you have Sprint Burst? Yeah. Or not. Okay, this is, what, 3 people here? I just do that because I'm not sure if I can get the hit otherwise. There's the infection. There's the down. I don't know if I want to pain res her. I saw 2 people on that one gen, which was at 0, so I don't know if it's really worth the effort. Everybody's on 1 hook now, so almost Shoulder the Burden shenanigans can occur. There's still Decisive Strike to be eaten. If this is... no, it's not. The cooldown after that is pretty crazy, I can't lie. Body blocking happening? Oh, you didn't touch a gen. I thought you touched a gen. Thank you, Dissolution. That right there is why Dissolution is so nice. I really hope this person doesn't still have DS, because if I eat DS here, it's going to be rough for me. One thing you cannot do at all is a pallet that goes directly into a window. Krasue is not strong enough to actually deal with a pallet into a window. You have to just play it earnestly. Okay, got an infection immediately. She vaults, double vaults. Just barely hitting her across the window. I don't know if this... I think this person is the one that got shoulder the burdened earlier. So I don't think this is a pain res. But may as well check. Yeah, she was the one that got shoulder the burdened. Okay, 0 progress here. I think main building is where they were working on. It's a bit unfortunate that I'm like potentially going to end up 8 hooking against my will against a really strong survive with friends. Well, but not much I can do about it with shoulder the burden, honestly. Okay, there's a survivor. Kick the thing, try and get an infection. I honestly, I think she has too much time left on her infection, so... What? Wait, oh, I was looking... God, I really am going to end up 8 hooking, aren't I? I completely lost her somehow. How the hell did I completely lose her? Somebody's here? I think that was a while ago. I don't think I saw any flashlights. I'm pretty sure it's just 4 styptic type things. Styptic syringes, whatever. I'm going for this pain res, but I would rather not. Because if they body block, then I don't get anything out of it. So somebody got broken. There was a Cheryl directly in front of me, but her skin honestly blends into Toba too well. I completely lost her. Nothing here. I kind of want to go back and get whoever the other Cheryl is. I'm literally going to end up 8 hooking here. That's so annoying. Because they're too strong of a Swift to really be doing that. 2 gens are going to pop, I'm sure. I have Disso up, so she can't actually... Yeah. I'll look, this is another pain res at least, so... It's not a completely, like, bad hook. I'm not sure if it's the far gens or, like, top gen. They have not really been body blocking. They've just been normal, super strong stuff. I wanted to wait a couple seconds because I was worried about a styptic. Yeah. So they're using super strong things. They are a Swift. They're using super strong perks, but they're not actually taking advantage of Krasue's weaknesses. So it could be a lot worse if they were properly body blocking. I would say that's the only reason why this was viable. Because they had a lot of strong stuff, but when you don't body block, Krasue is S tier. If you do body block, definitely not S tier. They haven't touched this gen, but I'm gonna kick it just so I'll get info on, honestly. There we go. This is where the window is. They're also super honest with their pathing. Like, if you think they're going to do something, then they're doing it. Like, they always take windows. They don't mind game, really. Dissolution is back up, so... Yep. There we go. Yeah, if I was, like, any other killer than, I don't know, Nurse, Blight, Singu, and Krasue, then this would have been a really goddamn difficult match. But she is strong enough that I can kind of just plow through if they're not body blocking. So they got down to 2 gens, which, given how fast my chases were, that's what happens when you spread 8 hooks. You have time as an S tier to spread 8 hooks, but plus I was able to play around most of their shenanigans. The only thing I couldn't play around was Shoulder the Burden, which you can't really play around at all. Okay, there it is. I think that might have been the gen over there that she was working on. Oh yeah, there's no way I find them. Yeah, no, if they sit on a gen, they get out. These are so far away. I'm gonna shoot just to see if it, like, auto-aims towards something. But I don't think it did. It, like, maybe auto-aim towards that bush. Let's double-check that bush. Nope. Yeah, she gets out. These are way too far away, even with Headlong Flight. The thing about Headlong Flight is it's super good in chase because it recharges fast enough between chases that it doesn't really matter, but it's not actually great for going for rapid map mobility. Okay. Well, fortunately, she committed to a gate. It was, like, perfectly badly timed. So. Cheryl. Hi, Drac. Welcome in. Yeah, so Krasue is pretty crazy. Hi, Odej. Krasue's crazy unless you're body blocking. If you're body blocking Krasue, she's only, like, good. But when it comes to, like, solo queue, I think you're kind of just fucked. So, and if you're not being a coordinated, so if you're just, like, playing normal Swift and not being like, oh, I'm taking body block, you swap out, you eat the thing, you eat the mushroom, and I'll do gens, yada yada yada. That also is just like you can still win with that, just because I think Survivor is super strong right now. Even with Off the Record, I think Survivor was full on OP while Off the Record was in play. Now that it's not, it's just, like, strong enough that a good Swift who's still not body blocking can be just barely efficient enough to beat S tiers if they're even without body blocking. With body blocking, it becomes, I think, Survivor sided. That's my opinion on it. But because that was a close match. A spotting across who was hard tunneling one of my teammates. Yeah. Body blocking is, like, the thing to do against Krasue. There's basically no other counterplay aside body blocking. Which is not great. She was in head form for like 90% of the game. Yeah, that's pretty much how you play Krasue. You swap into human form to infect somebody and immediately swap into head form, and that's the rest of your chase. Because there's not really any reason to be in normal body form. It's just worse. Aside from when they're uninfected. Like, that's it. Kind of boring. Yeah, I can understand it. I do want them to make her actual, like, chase have more counterplay, because right now the most counterplay you get is trying to dodge her infection, which is really difficult because it's a pretty big area with, like, a little bit of, you know, heat seeking towards it. Plus the other thing you can do is if you have a tile that chains into itself. So if you have, like, a window that's right next to a pallet, or 2 pallets that are right next to each other, they're close enough that she can't really hit you, because vaulting one lets you vault the other. So like if you have Shack Pallet down, Krasue kind of has to break Shack Pallet, unless you make, like, a really bad mistake. But if you just, like, sit in the window, and then when she vaults the pallet, you vault the window, just go through that 3 times. It takes so long. That's the one bit of counterplay I have, which is stupid, because the fact that that is in the game, I think, is bad design, because like it's so strong. Like in a balanced game, like if the rest of DBD was balanced and then they just added Krasue would have no counterplay. But because that one specific thing, that like setup is so insanely strong, it even counterplays Krasue. Imagine being any other killer, you just have no counterplay. Like you have negative counterplay. The fact that that is crazy. If she misses every time, yeah, the cooldown is a little bit low, but I don't mind that, honestly. I kind of like the cooldown being like being able to shoot it quickly. Terrible ruin spawn. I was not taking note of where the second one is. Okay. What are you doing, girl? Wow, she ducked under that. That's pretty crazy. Oh, she left it. That was smart. Try and force the pallet down. Or not. Pain res this in case two people are doubling up on a gen. And then I can interrupt it with the ruin. Hello, second person. Yeah, I have no info. That's my big issue with this build as it stands, is no info. I would not recommend this build on literally anybody other than Krasue or like Blight. Sprint burst, so headlong rush back up. She faked the vault? No, she didn't. Almost didn't get that. I need to force her to disillusion vault it. Yep, she didn't know. She didn't know. I don't mind the spam. My problem with her is she can infect, turn to head mode, and attack so quickly with no punishment switching forms. Yeah, it is a little bit fast. I agree. They could tone that down. Alright, so that one is fine. That one was a 0. I thought somebody was on it for some reason. This gen has nothing. Am I gonna find V? Here's V. Damn. I wouldn't mind that she can, like, hit over pallets if... Immediately infected. If they made her getting that hit a little bit harder. That was a good fake. Huh. I feel like that should have hit, because she can hit over pallets. Okay, not going to Shack, actually. See, this is the kind of loop where she's not super strong, because... Like, her big strength is the fact that she can see over the loop. So she knows exactly where the survivor is. Yeah, so taking the window predictably there is a bit of pretty rough. Ruin's gone. You can't do that on Dracula, not even Ghoul, kind of crazy. Yeah. Ghoul is, like, very particularly balanced around that not being a thing. Hello. I mean, that's fine. A pallet's a pallet. Now somebody's gonna have to dissolution it instead of dropping it. I think he just gives it to me again. Okay, so you lose collision when swapping. I'm almost certain. Because every time I body block a pallet when I swap, like, it does not work. It does not body block. If he goes for window, he's infected here. Unless I fuck it up, that's true. I could always fuck it up. Never underestimate my ability to just be bad at the video game. I almost want to save pain res, but maybe there's a gen I don't know about that's at like 90. Damn, okay. Wow, wait, there's no... Every other gen is at 0? Crazy. Okay, barely got past the body blocking. They kind of screwed it up. Dissolution is up. Yeah, the fact that that hits is stupid. I'm pretty sure infection like slowly ramps up or whatever. So if I hit her now, she'll eventually go up to be infected. Oh, I'm not certain. I feel like that's true in theory, but whether it's actually true, I don't know. I almost don't want to take this chase, I'll be honest. But it's fine. Ooh, she was unaware. There's no... I think the thing is that there's no reason not to swap into head form when you've gotten your hit. Like, once the infection is... Because the cooldown is almost, like, non-existent. And then you just headlong flight. Like, that entire sequence was pretty stupid. Because headlong flight directly into them. Once you're infected, just head form, because no reason not to. And then bam, they're dead. I think this one had progress on it? No, it was that one. I think this one has more progress on it now. Yep. There's Buddy. It does bounce off of that. Wow, that didn't hit. I'm going to go the other way, break this pallet, and then head for him. This is a tile that she's not that great at. At least when both are up. I fucked that up. I wanted to go the other way around the rock. And they have 3 gens done. It shows what happens when Ruin... The solution's not up, Yoichi. Why are you slow vaulting, buddy? See, now the solution's up. Now you would want to slow vault. And you can just kind of ignore the, like, difficulty of aiming by just back revving. Because her tentacle is, I think, a little bit difficult to aim, but since she's so fast and headlong rush just instantly teleports you wherever you need to go so quickly, then you can just get rid of that with back revving. Is this Yoon Jin? No, it is Ada. Imagine if my friggin... Wait, I have an idea. Good in theory. I thought it bounced inwards instead of outwards. And I think she also left the loop, so no way that infection was happening, I guess. I think it's pretty funny that there's like no reason not to take super hyper orbitals. It's a little bit sad to me that with like Springtrap and stuff, it's so punishing if you go for like cool shots. But with her, like, you may as well go for cool shots because if you don't have a direct line of sight, like, okay, that's fine. Your cooldown's up in like 2 seconds. Huh? Where's the aim dressing on that shot? That's what I want to know. Yoonjin is the only one with the pain res left, so... It's not impossible that they get down to at least 1 gen, maybe even both. Just ruin undying things, getting cleansed too quickly. This is Yoonjin, not... Oh wait, it is also Yoichi. Okay, it did hit. That's so stupid. Yeah, I could feel that. Oh, that's... The lunge is a little bit longer than I think. I keep thinking it's like pretty short, but nah, it's like decent. This should be a down, unless I screwed up. Ah, dead hard. That works. It's another way. Is Yoichi just not gonna save her? Yoonjin has kind of pulled me directly over here, so maybe Yoichi is too scared to save her, yeah. That's fine. Once the pallet is down, this becomes a lot easier. And... Really? I would have sworn the back revving additions they changed would have made that possible. There we go. That time it worked. Yeah, Krasue has really shown me how, like, unjustified the hate on Ghoul has been. Because it really exemplifies that, like, nah, Ghoul has actually quite a bit of counterplay. When you compare it to somebody like Krasue, like, no. Blade and Krasue is so much worse than Ghoul. It's pretty crazy. Is she got... Where the heck? Oh, what the... Bot pathing kinda went hard. He mind gamed the hell out of me. But then he just wasted... Ah. Get my extra tentacle hit points. Let's not talk about that one. Oh, right. Bot. I have to remember. There we go. They just sit at the pallet and spam the vault button. Yeah. I think they've already announced that they're going to nerf her in the 9.2.2 patch that's coming out like next week, or maybe like less than a week from now. So I am a little bit worried about how they're going to nerf her, because the way they nerf her is really important. Because they could make her go rapidly from like S tier to D tier if they just like pick, well, maybe not all the way to D tier, maybe only like C tier. But if they pick like the certain things to nerf, and if they nerf them a little bit too much, like she's balanced. I feel like she's going to be one of those killers that's balanced on a razor's edge, where getting it that perfect, she's like A tier, B tier kind of area is going to be really hard for them. But if they do that, they go just a little bit overdard, I feel like she'll very rapidly fall. So I'm hoping that they nerf the right things, and they nerf them the right amount. Things like not being able to instantly hit after leeching. I think that's a pretty important thing to not be able to do. Being able to infect somebody and injure them for winning one mind game is pretty crazy. Also, making it so leech doesn't stay after hook. That's it. Oh, right. I think they announced that they're going to revert the off-the-record nerf, which is actually so sad. That was genuinely my favorite thing from the patch. And that being taken away is... it's gonna make me so... like, killer right now feels good. Like, every killer, and like not just Krasue, but other killers who I've played in between. Clown feels amazing. Every killer feels good right now, and it's pretty much entirely because off the record is dead. So I only have to eat 1 health state, 2 if you count dead hard, but one or 2 health states if somebody is forcing a body block. Now, if they bring back off the record, that's 2 extra health states, because 1 per hook, and potentially 3 with Shoulder the Burden, but that's not often. It's 2 extra health states, so it ends up being at least 2 per unhook in a Swift that's body blocking with off the record, and that's 2 health states where I'm not even hooking them, because that's like I hit them for off the record and then I down them and I don't pick them up, so I don't eat DS, but then they can unbreakable. Like, there really is no counterplay with off the record. Without it, decisive strike, unbreakable, there's like a choice to be made. Get rid of one of them now, so you don't have to eat the other, so you don't have to eat, you know, both of them. But with off the record, just like, yeah, no. They get free health states. That's just it. It's really, I wish that they would not make off the record the way it is. Either make it so that, you know, off the record is like an alternative to decisive strike, so you can't stack them. The fact that they stack is probably the most annoying thing, because it's just like they have more health states than a healthy survivor who hasn't been hooked, which is ridiculous. But like 2, they have like twice as many health states. Or just keep it the way it is right now. I would love them to keep it the way it is right now, but they've already talked about that not being the case, which is disappointing. They probably spawn shack area, right? Because that's the farthest away from me. Yep, here they are. There's at least 2 people shack. So if I have the opportunity, I would like to leech Ada, hit Ada, and then leave her, so I can pressure shack. Although, I don't know, Krasue's chases are so fast, I may be able to do both. If I hit her, pain res, and then go straight to shack, I may be able to stop them from doubling up that gen until it pops. Please tell me I have a pain res. I do. Come on, just a few more seconds. Just don't pop the gen just yet. Alright, there we go. Now I go straight to shack and I pressure them off that gen. Yep. Body block the window. Take the hit. Thank you, Ruin. Even though I hate you, I have to admit when you actually do something good. Oh, you're another person? Okay. Well, let me at least get the leech here. That is kind of a crazy hit, I can't lie. There's a boon going on right there. I'm gonna do that just so she doesn't get her boon off, honestly. When is Dissolution gonna come up? What the heck? I swear, did I not get an injure for Dissolution? Was it still up from a previous thing or something? This is one I can probably hop and get the hit on. Yeah, Scamper is stupid. Maybe also make that not a thing. I would honestly much rather be able to break pallets in head form than Scamper, personally. Alright, there goes one of my ruins. That's unfortunate. Shack gen did pop. I don't know where the other gen that's progressing is, though. Okay, it looks like it was this one. They're going towards Shack, but Krasue is pretty strong in Shack, so that's fine. That didn't infect. That's crazy. What? I should have infected her there. So here's the thing. Hop out the window, and then force a Dissolution Vault. I get both. I get the pallet and the down. Yippee. You don't have any pain reses in you. And Ruin is still up for a little bit. Hello, injured person. Where are we going straight to Shack? Yeah, we are. I need to break this. This is the setup that Krasue can't do anything about, even in head form. There we go. Now head form. This is short side, so I would much prefer being here. Yeah, the lunge is pretty long, so that doesn't really work. I'll pain res her just because we're here, honestly. I don't think I need this pain res, but Rune's still up, so. And somebody's on Death Hook. If I find Ada again, that's kind of game. They just left this one. Okay, here's her. Okay, there's a pallet over there. Okay, there goes Ruin. The main thing is I just want to... Oh. Okay, I did push her into pallet. Ooh, her pathing is crazy. What? Wait, I think she actually lost me. What? That pathing was cracked. Like, she almost timed out Dissolution. Okay, Ruin is dead, but Ruin actually did do its job. I feel like this was what Ruin should be, where it gets you like half of a gen of passive progress at least, but then after that, not so much. Plus the, 24 seconds of cleansing them. Normally, Ruin is either it stays up the entire game and wins you it single-handedly, or you get like no value, and there's no in between. At least that's my experience. Oh yeah, they have increased palettes a lot. So once people start playing non-Krasue killers again, it's gonna be rough. Because right now, I think people aren't really noticing these palette changes because Krasue is so strong, but it's pretty bad. Like every map is crazy strong right now for survivors. It's just that Krasue does not care about strong palettes. Is that a toolbox? You realize you're on Death Hook, right? You realize that's never a worthwhile trade for you, right? Like, you understand that? You see that? I'm going to pick you up just in case that boon is Expo. Like, that was a horrid trade for you. Never worth the trade like that. That was so bad. In exchange for not getting somebody who's on 0 hooks, you have died. Have I already dealt with this palette? No, this is one I can scamper over. Yeah, you can't really fake anything. Like, you just lose. You just lose. Okay, I preserved the pain res. Do you think this will be pain res? Do you think it's a different gen in the distance? It's a different gen, wow. So they're actually pretty close to 2 gens. Or they were. It's probably that gen. Not this one. Yeah, this is the one they were working on earlier, so. Oh yeah, this is the one. Hello. Oops, that was not great. Just play it safe and take the M1. I don't want to screw up my infection. Or screw up my M1 just by trying to go for an infection. It's not really worth it. There we go. Okay, there's the vault. There's all 3 vaults, so just go back around and you have nothing. Look at how fast she had to use her vaults because of Headlong Flight. And she had to use them that way too. Like, she didn't have a choice. Because if I come out of Headlong Flight and she medium vaults, then the cooldown is so short that I'll down them before they have a chance to vault again. Uninfected Ada here. Oh, did I lose the scratch marks? Am I a fool? No, she started walking. Ooh, she dodged. Yeah, that's not acceptable. That can't be a thing. It's way too fast. And what are you gonna do here? Slow vault? You die. Yeah, Dissolution removes like the last extremely tiny bit of counterplay that Krasue has. If you get your first hit, then there's essentially no counterplay on the second hit unless I screw up pretty badly. I think she's probably the best killer in the game for Dissolution right now. No other killer really does it like her. Everybody else, you can definitely time out the 12 seconds. It's more about, like, palette management. You're uninfected, so swap the head form, or swap the human form. I'm gonna go ahead and break this. Without Dissolution, I do have to break. With Dissolution, as long as I get that first hit, I don't have to break. Yeah, that was kind of a bad hit for me. You can't really run away from pallets, honestly. She's kind of like Blight. You just gotta play the pallet until they break it, and then hope that, you know, I don't know, hope there's a pallet within 2 meters, because There's not really anything you can do. I was expecting to get a dead hard there, I'll be honest. She popped this center one. They did get down to 2 gens, which I think that's pretty good against Krasue right now. Let me get rid of this. While I'm here, give me 500 points. It's this tile they're in. I'll take my free hit, but I'm not going to chase you, so I don't eat Decisive Strike. Now she just has to play around Dissolution. Oh wait, there's no pallet here. Why did I think there was? There we go. Honestly, yeah. Wait a few seconds so I have Dissolution back again. Yep, that's a very fair... Wait, you can't hit over pallets? Hold on, am I wrong? Really? I could have sworn this was a thing. Huh. That's so strange. I guess it's only if they're locked into the animation. Yeah, I kind of wasted the entire Dissolution, but that was something I was curious about testing. Let's see how stupid Scamper is. She keeps faking me out. That is... I'm so confused. I swear I've gotten hits over pallets, but she was like right there. So how was I not hitting her? Maybe it really is just like a ping thing or something? And it's just that it looks really strange when I'm in third person or whatever? Okay, nothing there. Oh, hello, person. Well, that's unfortunate for you. Hello. Haha. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I was thinking about maybe letting her go, but then dead hard. Nah, I'm sorry. If you miss a dead hard, I think it's only justified that you die. She's really loud. Like really, really loud. If she's Demogorgon Lunge, it would break the pallet, but with this killer, it feels like she could just hit through it. Yeah, she kind of crazy. Although she can't literally hit through it, apparently. I tried really hard to hit her over that pallet. So I think it's just... It might potentially just be really weird ping or something. But I saw a video, I swear I saw a video that was showing her hitting over. So I don't know, maybe there's some specific thing you have to do to get that hit over. Let's do 20 auto-pay levels. And once we're here, I can start actually picking what add-ons are good. Or honestly, just what add-ons are rare. I don't really know what her good add-ons are super well. Like, I'm pretty sure this one is a good add-on. I like this add-on because it means more often than not, or more often, I can, like, interrupt people cleansing, but I don't actually know if it's good. Like, I don't know. I don't know what her best add-ons are. But this is my best guess for the moment. Oh, Chicken Head. Chicken Head's crazy. But it's an iridescent, so don't really like using Eries. Too expansive. Heck, even on my friggin' like P44 Skull Merchant. Well, you have to take my word for it, because behavior does not let you spend points while queuing anymore for some reason, but even on my P44 Skull Merchant, I only have like 40 or 50 Eries, so I feel like I should have a lot more. On Sadako, I think I have like 100 at P63, but until you hit P100, I don't think you quite make enough blood points to fully replace them as soon as you use them. So unless you got a pretty chunky stockpile of like 200, and then you'll probably make it to P100 if you're investing blood points into them before you run out of add-ons. But if your stockpile is like 50 or lower, then not enough. 100? I don't know, maybe. 2 medkits, 1 toolbox. Not a big deal. It's just, I'm simply John Krasue, so it's fine. That's something I'm kind of confused about how to pronounce her name, because in all of the promotional material they had, where it was like actual Thai people speaking about her, they like didn't pronounce the R. Like the R almost sounded like it was an H instead. So that's how I've been trying to pronounce her. But then when Behavior was doing like the live stream about them, they were like, oh yeah, the Krasue. It's like, huh? And I feel like everybody else I've been singing has been saying Krasue. So I'm like, I don't know, am I mispronouncing it? I feel like it makes the most sense to copy what the original language sounds like, but maybe everybody else is just like, oh yeah, it's the Krasue, and I'll just have to adapt to that instead of the Krasue, which I honestly kind of like the way it sounds. But maybe I'm just completely wrong, actually. Hello, Object of Obsession. Hello, not Object of Obsession person. I don't like Larry's with her. I will say I think Larry's is a rough map for her, which is a common theme for like every S tier. 1, 2. That's a shame. Oh, she got the full 4 times. The full 4 seconds of speed on that. Really? She knows she can't vault that because it goes into basement. Headlong rush and I catch up to her. Sheesh. There's so much junk here. Larry's is the one map where I feel like even in solo queue she's only like A tier. Every other map she's S tier. This one feels just so bad. But that's also a thing for Blight, so. And I think even Nurse has trouble here. Please tell me I have a pain res, because I'm about to lose a gen if I don't get to pain res it. I can feel it. I would like to be able to contest gens with my Ruin. Okay, was this gen at something? Nope. Okay, apparently okay, they're gonna finish a gen. I've completely gone the wrong direction. Wasted my entire headlong flight. It must have been these 3. Honestly, while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and break this. I'm gonna check these 2 gens, because everything else is at nothing. That didn't hit her? I was so confident it hit her, I actually auto-transformed. I cannot believe that miss, I'll be honest. How? Dude, what? Literally, how is this missing? Larry's, you're so stupid. I'm gonna be so honest, Larry's. I hate you so much. How does she make that much distance? Okay, Dissolution is up, but Larry's is not a great Dissolution place, I'll be honest. Because there's so many pallets into windows, into pallets, into windows. I'm not going to be able to defend that gen, I think. It's a bit of a waste of dissolution. Like, Michaela's gonna go back and pop that, but I don't think I have the time to waste if she doesn't. This is the equivalent of dying in corner in Larry's. Go die where basement would normally spawn. If I'm lucky, I get to... Yeah, no. That's so unfortunate. Oh wait, they popped main. Oh my god, wait, it wasn't even the one that I thought was gonna be finished. It was main? That's crazy. Oh, this is actually really bad then. That means they have 2.5 gens done at least, if not another one somewhere. And I have no idea where anybody is. Okay, somebody's here. Scratch marks in the background. There goes Ruin. Or there goes Undying. I mean, looping around your friend is never the smartest thing. It's going to make it all the more annoying when I lose. Because my least favorite thing is losing when people are not playing very well. I'll just wait. Yeah, if it's DS, it's DS. Yeah, look at that. 3 gens popped for 2 hooks. This is bad. I didn't even like play this that badly. Like for Larry's, I feel like I played it pretty well. I just had one singular bad chase. And if your singular bad chase is your first chase, you kinda are in a lot of trouble. So I have a 3 gen and I'm going to defend the 3 gen. That gen is too far away. Okay, so you understand, right? You understand the issue with what you've done is that I want to kill her so badly and she's right here. And I just have to wait a few seconds. And now she's dead. Like, you understand you can't do that, right, Michaela? Especially when I've already tunneled her once, so you know I'm coming back for that tunnel. She has 70-second hooks. Like, nobody's rushing you. You can just wait. You don't gotta insta unhook. I guess Jin has some progress. Yeah, it's also difficult to get hits with her power in here because all the walls they make it so that her like bouncing doesn't work that great. This will be an M1. And if I'm lucky, it'll also be a leech. There we go. Okay, dissolution's up. Larry's is a window place though, so it's not that great. This is pain res, so whichever gen is about to pop, hopefully I have a pain res nearby to stop that. Oh wow, I have like no hooks nearby. Honestly, shit. This is bad. Yeah, that was my 3 gen that just got hit. This gen is so far away. If they've been doing it, I'm screwed. They haven't though. That's the one at the very beginning that's now at 0. Honestly, they could win this 100%. It's definitely possible for them winning this. Thank you, third person. It's got to be super share. With Larry's, it's so much more possible. I miss my lunge. I don't think Michaela... Oh no, Michaela does have a pain res because I haven't hooked her. I remember chasing her, so I thought I would have already pain resed her, but no. Yeah. I'm pain resing her just in case one of the 3 gens I don't know about is it like 50. They're all at nothing. That's incredibly good for me. That means this is a lot more possible. If one of them was at like 50 and I lose pain res there, like, that's gonna be a rough one. Alright, here we go. Ah, she's so fast, what? I think I make that. Unfortunately, Claudette, I believe, is the only one who don't have a pain res for, but... Look, it's dissolution. Oh, this is... No, Michaela was at 0 hooks. It's not... It's literally not possible for it to be her pain res. Pretty sure it's Aurel and Michaela who have a pain res. And they were healing, not doing gens. So Ruin should have made everything back down to nothing. Yeah, that's part of the problem with Ruin. If you're winning, Ruin is a win more perk. If you're already winning, it's crazy. If you're losing, Ruin does basically nothing for you. Damn, I kind of used too much of my headlong flight there. Okay, here's Michaela. I want Michaela for pain res. But unfortunately, I'm chasing her in main of Larry's, so... Oh, but she made a mistake. Really? There we go. Really? How did that not hit? That's crazy to me. I don't have Disso up, yeah. So this... Wow, they must have been doubling it, yeah. Yeah, so this right here is the exact thing I'm talking about, where, like, if you have two things that are close to each other, Krasue has a lot of trouble with it. Which is what Dissolution is supposed to help with. And it does, most of the time. But Larry's has, like, 10 things next to it at all times. Yeah, so I would say this is the one map where Krasue is only, like, B tier. Even against solo queue. How? Wait, okay, can anybody in the world explain to me how that was not a freaking hit? What? That was so stupid. Oh yeah, they're out. I didn't realize this gate was so close. Unless she didn't open this gate. I mean, they're going to be out, like, no matter what. There's no way. It's just not possible for me to patrol these two gates, and they can easily heal. It's just about whether they actually do heal or not. But it takes too long. I could have secured Michaela if I just, like, sat in front of her, but I didn't want to just sit there for 70 seconds. Yeah. Honestly, the only reason I'm using Ruin Undying is because I hate Pop Eruption more than Ruin. It's so sad. My one build, which basically forces me to 8 hook, is dead. Because they nerfed DMS by 15 seconds. DMS was too strong when you were using it on normal builds, I guess. So they tell me. I honestly kind of disagree. I feel like DMS had counterplay. You could let go of gens before pain res went off. You could tap gens that were 0. I feel like there was counterplay to DMS, even as 50 seconds, but whatever. We're kind of in a no counterplay meta right now. Where either use the killer playing an S tier with no counterplay, you're playing Krasue or Blight or Nurse. No, like, good counterplay at least. Or you're playing a non-S tier against survivors who are using syringes and styptics and shoulder the burden and... Well, okay. By next week, that'll be true. Off the record doesn't exist, so you can always tunnel as a weak killer right now. And maybe, if they're uncoordinated and don't play well around tunneling, you win. And don't slam gens. After they put back in off the record, it is going to be a no counterplay. You're either an S tier, Sarvis can't do anything, or you're going to play, like, anything else. maybe A tier is like the only middle ground, but like B tier and below, survivors are playing with to win. Survivors are gonna win, unless they make like, because the vast majority of matches are like solo queue matches, which are inherently survivors aren't playing to win because it's just not really possible to play to win in solo queue, right? And duo matches, I would say also not really enough. In trios and four mans, if they're all playing to win, if they're all equally serious, then it's just not going to be possible for B tier and below, I think. Once they head back off the record. The second that's back in the game. Right now, there's still just a little there is counterplay. Although not if you're playing like, you know, D tier, but we never really think about D tier, do we? You kind of have to choose to subject yourself to D tier. Which is really unfortunate because I like Skull Merchant. That's where she sits. Crying in D tier. I hope they just I don't know. I hope the rework for her comes out soon. It's supposed to come out within the next 6 months. I don't believe it. I think they're gonna delay it. I'm almost certain they're gonna delay it. And I'm gonna be very sad. Plus I don't even know if it's gonna be good. There's so much about it that is just saddening. Two medkits, one toolbox. Yeah, usually the maps killers are weak on are really big maps, and the only exception seems to be if Larry's is actually, I think, is actually big, but the reason that it's good for survivors isn't because it's big, it's because it's just a clusterfuck that's with everything. So many killers are balanced upon or predicated upon you being able to see the survivor occasionally, and Larry's you don't see the survivor for so much of the time. Nostromo's rocks are a little bit weird with their collision, so it's possible this is going to be a little bit annoying. They spawned in this corner or in that corner. Either way, they're going to get rid of one of my totems, surely. Going to third person for a second. Wow, look at how awful those God, I fucking hate Ruin Undying. Okay, it was this corner. Really? That did not hit. There we go. Okay, dissolution up. I just have to get her to drop the pallet. There goes Ruin. Undying can probably soon to follow. No mind games here. You either vault it or die. Well, to be fair, you vault it or die. Oh, you have a styptic. I don't think I didn't see that, Serena. I saw you try that. I saw you try that shit. I'm gonna throw on our pain res just to check for a doubled up gen. Okay, it was the obvious one. Yep, this is the gen, exactly what I was talking about. Oh, he went over here. Did you have life or something? That's surprising that it hit me. Nah, lunge is too far. You can't make that. She is so loud. I don't know why they keep making such loud killers. I wish they would hold off on it. Why don't I see the gen that actually popped? What? I think that's a new bug. You don't see the black aura of the gen that popped. Damn, that's so crazy. So when we play Chucky, you gotta put the redeem in. I don't know. It's up to you when we play Chucky. I made it cheap, so I think it should be enough, even if you just have basic like 500 follow. points. Okay, dissolution up. I would love to kill Zarina here. I mean, not quite that fast. It is stupid fast, but it's not quite instant, so that dead hard. Oh, Zarina. Oh, Zarina. I had a feeling. That Jin's not touched. This Jin only now touched. Almost. I'm surprised you didn't drop that. Ah, finesse. Finesse into life. Okay. I was... Okay. Dissolution up. Headlong flight. No pallet here. Let's go ahead and throw her on a pain res. So, I know that those two gens are the ones they're working on. Okay, 5v. I haven't even, like, played with you yet. What? Oh no, I chased her for, like, a couple of seconds. That's right. Wait, look at this bot trying to dodge. Wait, that's hilarious. It's going in such big zigzags. I don't think it does that for any other killer. I guess it's because it's trying to play around the splash zone. That was so stupid looking. Dissolution, come on, give it. Thank you. No need for a Chucky. No need for a pain res. That's not what I meant to say. Brain got my words mixed up. See, now it's... Honestly, it was just... that lunge wouldn't do anything, I was just doing it for fun. 2, 3. Like, how did that not hit? That's something I gotta ask. Okay. Bots are so hard to hit with the tiny projectile. How did... There we go. Oh wait, Zarina had dead hard. The bot didn't dead hard. I think it should have. Normal bot dead hards should have worked there. Right, Ruin's gone. No, they're not on this gen. What gen are they on then? Huh. Not that one. Every gen is at like 2%. Oh, hi. She just ran all the way around into me. Honestly, probably worth it to use Headlong Flight to catch up. Oh, never mind. He's just right here. I expected him to WK way further. Ooh, yeah. That's that Nostromo collision, huh? Just goes straight up. Infect him while I'm here. Force him to use his mushroom immediately. I guess pain res, we're here. Hello, bot V. Probably is worth rushing to the bot. Because bots W key a lot more, I think. I guess zone her and then break the pallet, it's fine. What is with that weird visual bug that happens when I use her spit? It just like covers the entire screen when I hit like a collision sometimes. Not always though. Even bots comp corner. That's so funny. Optimal gaming right there. Takes me 8 seconds to get to a hook now. This has a lot of progress. Hello, Tarita. Yeah, I've gotten rid of this pallet already. Ooh, that's a rough one. Didn't have time to get the save. Interesting. I guess headlong flight is just that stupid. Well, I may as well go around and kick the gens now, because game's pretty much over. It's just time to farm points. If I see one of these not regressing anymore, I'll know Jeff touched it. Oh, this one didn't have any progress. I thought it did. I guess it was that one that I have to go to. Okay. I know, yeah. I knew he was going to be right next to me, because he full sends his walking. Thank you, Dissolution. Oh. I was too late for the leeching. I guess I can't pick them off of the gen. Do you think that's ever optimal? The triple tentacle whip instead of one projectile? Probably not, right? As easy as the tentacle whip is, it does take a hot second. Yeah. She's overtuned. Yeah, that's true. She's crazy. Unless you're in a Swift, like, nah. You don't really get to play the game unless you're in a Swift. If you're in a Swift, you got a lot of game to play. I think I may make this one or the next one the last one. Yeah. I don't think they'll revert. Like, honestly, they're running off the record. I wish they would revert DMS, but I know they won't. Cause I tried out my usual build and it just doesn't work. This build is not. The 15 seconds really is so much worse. If you're playing an S tier, you can play basically any build with any slowdown. So, whatever. But once you start getting to A tier and below, it's like you really don't have time. Those extra 15 seconds mattered so much more than I thought they would. I expected them to just be like a little bit worse, but maybe I get, you know, an extra DMS here and there because now there's more DMSs to get. But no, it was a pretty sizable nerf. Huh. Okay, I guess we're going that way. I wish she had more interesting add-ons. That's probably the one thing that I would like arguably buff would be her add-ons. I think pretty much everything else about her could be nerfed in some capacity. Some things, you know, it would have to be a very small nerf, but the add-ons I would definitely like go back over them because like almost all of them are about headlong rush, headlong flight, yeah. And only like 2 or 3 of them are related to her actual power that matters. Like her downing power and her spitting power. The leeching, that's what it is. Only like 2 or 3 of them are related to leeching. Everything else is just like, eh. Oh yeah, and glowing fungus, right? Some of them are about glowing fungus, but they're not actually good. So, yeah, this one, I wish it wasn't blindness. I don't know what I wish it was, but I wish it wasn't blindness because I really hate blindness as a status effect. I think they need to change it so blindness does not affect your ability to see other survivors. It's really stupid to me that we just have like a solo queue killing status effect. Like it should just apply to like windows of opportunity and like seeing the killer's aura type stuff. But if you have bond, you should get to see your friggin' survivor. If a survivor with friends has bond, they don't need bond. Like, it's not that big of a deal. So, in my opinion, they should make blindness only apply it to, like, windows of opportunity and killer perks, and or make it just do something else entirely. I don't know what that would be, but I wish it did not do... I wish it didn't target solo queue so badly, because I think the idea of making Leech 1 and Leech 2, like, bad, like harmful to the survivors in addition to just being able to be injured is an interesting concept. But the fact that it's blindness, it's like, it doesn't matter in matches where you need your add-ons to help, and is just really, really, just, it makes it so solo queue becomes even more, like, evil and unfun for them. Greenville. Which one? This is normal Greenville, right? This is kind of an awkward spawn. Oops. I'm like right in the middle. They either spawn behind main or back here. One of the two. Okay, they spawned here. I actually knew where like the majority of them were. I think I make this M1? Nope. She didn't drop it. She'll drop it here. And then headlong flight to dissolution. Oh no, she finds a second pallet. Eh, she tried. I would like to pain rest her, but she's in a corner, so it might not be an option. Okay, it is. Where is that totem? Okay, either someone's cleansing it right now, or they totally missed it as they went past me. Yep. Fortunately, I still have the other half of Ruin. I stuck. It was a good try at faking the window. Doesn't really work like that, though. I'm trying to convince her to go back towards the pallet for dissolution value, but... not gonna work, I think. Do I pain res this one? I guess it's the closest hook, so I guess so. I kind of would like to save the pain res, but... yeah. There goes the other ruin, that's a shame. Oh, it spawned in shack, yeah. That would do it. This is a hit. He goes to shack? Or not. Where is he going? Main? Ice is going to this random rock loot. Well, dissolution. Thank you. Oh, life. I see. That would do it. God. See, like, he made a good play there, and if I wasn't a dash killer, it wouldn't have mattered. But, because I can just eliminate the distance with Headlong Rush, it doesn't. I think they need to make it so, after you Headlong Flight, there's, like, several extra seconds of cooldown. You... Ah, she just got rid of her leech. That's so unfortunate. The lunge is too long, really, to do anything about that. You're kind of bringing me into your friends, you realize that, right? Ah, that's only a third of a leech. I'm not certain. I keep not paying attention to the HUD to see if survivors passively gain leech from the tentacle. I know they passively go from leech 1 to leech 2. I'm just not certain if the same is true for leech whatever. Leech 0.3 to leech whatever. To leech 1. Bye, Laura. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like Krasue, this is a bad time to be playing Survivor. Ball in. Yep. Thank you, Dissolution. I definitely could have eaten Dead Hard, but I don't think he had it. These painters are a little bit annoying, and if only I had pop, I'd be getting so much value from it. So I know they were over here, and I think they just reset Underhook. I'll leave Laura to do gens, it's fine. I'm still at 5, even though 2 of the gens are about to pop, like, it's okay. Okay, that gen, yeah, so I'm about to be at 2 gens in a couple of seconds. I waited it out, I disagree. I waited until I saw the animation. Oh, she faked it. Wow, she played that really well, actually. Okay. Nah, I totally screwed that up. Yep. I'm about to be at... Yeah, see that gen is about to pop as well. But I'll hit it with Pain Res here, so... This is a closer match than it looks. Although I could have obviously tunneled Laura, and the game would be over. But as long as I'm spreading 8 hooks, it's a pretty goddamn close match. I don't see any scratch marks. This gen's hit nothing. 1, 2, 3. I don't really waste time checking main. Okay, there's Ace. He has a little bit of his leech left, but I don't know if I'm going to get the chance to hit him by then, so I'm going to go and try and reinfect him. Oh, right, normal M1s still reapply leech. I don't understand why they did that. I feel like that was beyond unnecessary. Look at how little the value of life is. I didn't even really headlong rush there. That was just like normal 120 speed, I guess. I don't think I pain resed him a single time, so I think that's just a dead pain res now. There we go. Who are you? You're the Laura. Got it. Laura bot. Oh, I think you got stuck on geometry here? Even the bots get stuck on geometry. Behavior, please stop auto-generating your collisions and just make them by hand one time and leave them like that. Everybody would be so much happier that way. I have an idea. It did work. See, like that's cool. That's a cool shot to make. This is actually really close to being only at 1 gen. Because this gen is at 99 and that one was at 99 earlier. I don't think this one has any progress, does it? Nah, it's at nothing. I guess I go check that far gen. Although I'm pretty sure Meg just like healed or something. Okay, there's Megan. You can pop your 1 gen, whatever, it's fine. I'm trying to zone her more than anything. I just don't want her making it to main, but I just kind of gave her main. There's no way you dodge this, really. It's too enclosed of a space. Dead hard? Dead hard? No dead hard. Somebody had dead hard. I don't remember who, though. Okay, so this crow was scared by Yunjin running, so she must have gone like this way. I think that might be a completely different. I don't think Yunjin touched that gen. My guess is she's in shack, waiting for... Nope, never mind, she went for the save. This is Meg. I kind of really don't want to go after Meg, I'll be honest. She'll... Okay. She touched it. I just didn't want to eat DS, was the thing. But if she touches a gen, then that makes my life a lot easier. And then we go to the classic hatch spawn, right behind shack. Come on, you gotta have something. Yup, of course. Hidden offering and everything. So yeah, definitely a hatch and shack kind of moment. I'm guessing... Scratch marks, scratch marks, scratch marks. I see them. I see scratch marks. There you are. Oh, she already disinfected. My bad. I forgot. There we go. Okay, if that hit, that would have been crazy. There's no way it's that long of a range. Okay, it doesn't quite hit that far over the pallet. I don't think Scamper quite... There we go. Actually, she might have been able to make it if she vaulted, but I don't know. Well, it's a little bit unfortunate that I didn't really have any matches where people body blocked, because I would have liked to show off how the times in which I think Krasue is only like strong, not crazy strong. Because against body blocking, she's really bad. But it's very rare to get a match where survivors actually body block. So I think that's just poor luck of the draw. But I am going to go ahead and end it here. So thank y'all for watching, and I hope to see you next time.